Kia ora. My name's Tom McClaverty. I'm one of the fellows at the Wellington Hospital ICU, and I'd like to talk for a few minutes today about the Close the Map Gap project. It's a quality improvement initiative that we'll be running over the next few weeks. So every project needs to start out with a problem that we can look at and try to fix. Problem is that the observed blood pressure, the observed map that we often see, substantially exceeds the prescribed limits that we do in the morning and afternoon ward rounds in patients on vasopressors. Hence the term map gap. Now, a very good question is, why does this matter? And there's a few reasons. Now, to quote a Swiss physician from the 15th century, all things are poison, nothing is without poison. The dose alone makes it so that a thing is not a poison. The dose makes the poison. We see this in a lot of things in ICU. So we've gone from giving lots of fluid to less fluid, lots of oxygen to less oxygen, and now perhaps lots of vasopressors to less vasopressors. Now this diagram kind of represents the hypothesis behind this all. So on the y-axis you'll see the blood pressure that we're managing to get on a patient, and on the x-axis we see the vasopressor dose that they're requiring to achieve that map. Now you'll see there's a little yellow zone, and that's where the vasopressor dose is insufficient to achieve a prescribed map target. That's where we're getting a hypotensive patient, which could be leading to organ malperfusion, kidney injury, liver injuries, etc. Conversely, if we look in the orange zone, that's when our vasopressor dose is getting too high and getting over the prescribed map target. We hypothesize, and there's an increasing body of evidence that would suggest it, that the risks of the orange zone, such as cardiomyopathy, ischemia of the digits, and viscera, may outweigh the risks of being in the yellow zone. So we definitely want to avoid being in that area. The aim of the Quality Improvement Project is to see if we can stay in that Goldilocks zone in the green for longer, thereby minimizing the risks of either of the alternative states to our patients. How exactly are we going to go about doing this though? So there's three key simple messages. First message is that vasopressors are highly toxic drugs. Just like opioids, chemotherapy, or antiarrhythmics, their use has consequences. We are aiming to always use the lowest dose possible to achieve our set targets. This means that when they're running, we should be aiming for the lower limit of the prescribed mean arterial pressure. This will reduce the dose that we need to expose the patient to. So to do this, we'll start varying from what we've usually been doing, and we'll be using our upper and lower map alarm limits to allow there to be tighter control. We'll be aiming for the prescribed map, and we'll be setting those alarm limits 7 above and below. This will give us a range to aim for, but will allow us to know when the patient's blood pressure is going higher than what is prescribed. We're going to be doing this over the next few weeks, and there will be a few of us coming around doing some bedside education just to make sure that everyone is up to speed, and that we can all get together and hopefully improve control and improve outcomes for patients through doing this. If we're unable to accomplish this with these simple measures, then we'll go back to the drawing board and we'll try to figure something else out. The aim of the game is to improve patient outcomes as much as we can, and we'll be relying on everyone to help us achieve that aim. Thank you very much.